Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag is a massive game with loads to do, but that doesn't mean there isn't room for more. Ubisoft agrees and has already announced the first piece of downloadable content for the game. But spending all that time with pirates has made us greedy. We want even more. If we had our way, here are the 6 pieces of DLC you'd get with the Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag Season Pass.
Enjoy your wine and women, lad, for tomorrow we dance with death!
We'll be rolling her down through the bay to be rollicking randy dandy.
Okay, this one flies in the face of the whole historical accuracy thing that Assassin's Creed likes to go for, but that's why it's a perfect fit for DLC. Think of Red Dead Redemption's Undead Nightmare or Sleeping Dog's Nightmare in North Point. DLC is the place to put the silly, fun ideas that would spoil your story continuity if they cropped up in the main game. So let's have a horror-themed DLC in which Edward takes the Jackdaw up against a crew of supernatural pirates. Zombie, skeleton or ghost, any's fine. Then spin a yarn about an ancient curse and a race against time to find a cure. You'd never feel safe sailing the seas at night again.
These savage seas are filled with fortune and unknown dangers, which most men wouldn't dare face. But we are not most men.
Harpooning in Assassin's Creed 4 is a fun diversion, but once you've got the 2 humpback whale skins you need to craft your, 16th pistol holster, it's pretty unnecessary. So let's have a DLC that makes the most of it, inspired by Herman Melville's Moby Dick, which is apparently pretty hot property right now with the amount of movies currently being made about it or anything to go by. These leave out the long, boring descriptions of whale anatomy and focus on the shirtless harpooning, I expect. White whales are already available to hunt in the game as part of special online community events, but we're talking about story DLC here. So let's say Edward starts hearing rumours about a great white whale found somewhere in the waters in the West Indies. You then have to follow sightings and rumours, constantly searching for the elusive beast and upgrading your ship in specific ways to be able to take on a creature capable of snapping it in half with a swing of its tail. Descent into obsession and madness and nailing money to the mast could be optional, although maybe there should be an achievement in it. Speaking of legendary sea creatures, we can't have Supernatural Black Flag DLC and not include the Kraken? Whichever. A pitched battle between the Jackdaw and this Lovecraftian horror would make for an undoubted high point in a DLC. Maybe your ship even gets swallowed by the beast and you have to find a way to free yourself. It would definitely be the first DLC to encourage you to make a giant octopus throw up.
What if the story of America was not the one you knew?
If we look to Assassin's Creed 3, we can get an idea of how the team approaches DLC at the moment. One of the things they're keen on is alternate histories, as evidenced by the Tyranny of King Washington DLC, where George Washington was mad and evil, and also Connor could transform into an eagle for some reason. So how about an alternate history where instead of becoming the fiercest Welshman on the high seas, Edward Kenway instead became a feared pirate hunter? Now, instead of being besties with Blackbeard, Teach, Hornigold and Rackham, you're their sworn enemy, pursuing them to the ends of the earth to get them to give up their lives of crime, and also lives probably. Each legendary pirate is an assassination contract. Track them down by following their trail, defeat them in naval combat, then face them down one-on-one on the deck of their crippled ship in the midst of a hurricane. Why is this not already a thing? Come on, guys.
There is plunder to be found here. On golden beaches, in immense, untamed jungles, amid exotic, blossoming cities, in hidden coves, and most especially, on tall ships bursting with cargo.
Okay, while we're on the subject of alternate histories, how about we take the most legendary act of piracy from the Golden Age, Henry Every's raid, and rejig the timeline so that it's Edward's doing instead. In 1695, Every plundered a Grand Mughal treasure ship of £600,000 worth of goods. It's worth about 47 million in today's money, making it one of the most profitable heists of all time. Think of it like a Seaborn GTA 5 heist. You undertake the planning, the preparation, and hire the right crew, and then when the timing is just right, you hit the ship, plunder the loot, and make a hasty escape singing dramatic chase shanties as you go.
Invitation, please. Shall I take your coat, sir?
Edward wasn't a pirate in the West Indies forever. We know that at some point he eventually moved back to London to Father Haytham, the kind of awesome jerkbag dad of Connor.
Should you ever dare to insult or threaten me again, I'll not hesitate but to cut off your head myself. Are we understood? Excellent.
Right, him. But you can't expect us to believe that a swashbuckling buccaneer like Edward was content to just sit around in London high society drinking tea and going to the assembly rooms to promenade around the place. He must have got up to some London-based high adventures, so give us a chance to find out what they were. I mean, apart from having to read the tie-in novels. Another thing Assassin's Creed 3's DLC was fond of was giving Connor new abilities. A new setting would be the perfect place for Edward to get some new skills of his own as well.
Ah, right, I know this feeling. I have since I was a lad. It's like using every sense at once, isn't it?
So those are our 6 ideas for how to expand the world of Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag. We're not holding our breath, but if you're watching Ubisoft, make it happen. And please don't have Abstergo kill us, I know you guys are tight. What adventures do you want to see Edward Kenway have next? Let us know in the comments, like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time on Outside Xbox. Oh, and downloadable shanty packs, please. Thanks.
Every last grab of duck on the wind!
I'm not a good sailor! Now prove it, my trumps!